Welcome, language learners from all around the globe, to Listen Up, the podcast that takes you on a captivating voyage through the English language. Whether you've just started your journey or have been navigating the intricacies of English for some time, this podcast is designed to be your trusty compass, guiding you towards fluency and unlocking the wonders of English. I'm your host, Karen, a passionate traveller and an experienced teacher of English as a second language. Join me as we embark on an exciting expedition filled with British history read by a native speaker. Together, we'll conquer the challenges and celebrate the victories of learning English as a foreign language. Each episode of Listen Up will immerse you in a variety of topics, from aspects of British culture, history, and literature. We'll explore useful vocabulary that will empower you to communicate confidently in English. If you want to read along with the podcast, head to my website www.onepawinthesand.com/ESL. The link is in the description. But this podcast isn't just about learning English in isolation. It's about building a community of language learners, supporting one another, and fostering a love of the English language. I encourage you to engage with us through my Patreon page, where you can connect with fellow learners, ask questions, and share your own language journey. So, whether you're sipping tea in Tokyo, walking the streets in Sao Paulo, or studying in a bustling cafe in Berlin, Listen Up is here to accompany you on your quest for English fluency. Join me as we embark on this transformative expedition, where language becomes an adventure and your dreams of effective communication become a reality. Today's episode is called Newton's Monumental Work Released. Sir Isaac Newton was a really smart man who did amazing things in science a long time ago. He's one of the most important people in the history of science. He discovered things that helped us understand how things move and how the world works. Newton was born in 1643 in England, much earlier than he should have been. People didn't think he would live, but he proved them wrong. When he was a child, he went to a school called the King's School in Grantham, where he proved he was really good at maths. When he got older, he went to college at Cambridge University. There, he learned about the ideas that people like Galileo and Kepler had, and he became curious about how the universe works. During his time at Cambridge, he figured out a new kind of maths called calculus, all by himself. At the same time, another person in Germany was also working on calculus, and they argued about who thought of it first. On this day, 25th of September 1687, Newton released a really important book called Mathematical Principles of Natural Philosophy. In that book, he talked about how and why things move. He described 3 rules about motion and a big idea about gravity. These rules helped us understand how everything in the world moves. One of his rules says that things like to stay still or keep moving unless something else makes them stop or change. Another rule tells us how force, which is a push or a pull, makes things move faster or slower. The last rule talks about how when you do something, there's always a reaction. Like if you push something, it pushes back. Newton's idea about gravity was very important too. He said that everything with mass attracts other things with mass. So if something is really heavy, It pulls things towards it. This explains why planets go around the sun and why things fall to the ground. Newton was also really interested in light and how it works. He did experiments with prisms and showed that white light has all the colours inside it. He even made a new kind of telescope that helped astronomers see things better. But Newton wasn't just a scientist. He did important things too. He worked at the Royal Mint, where they make money, and he made the money system better. He was even given a title by the Queen because he was so good at what he did. He also liked to study alchemy and theology, which were things many people were interested in during his time. So Sir Isaac Newton was a very intelligent man who did a lot of amazing things in science. His ideas about motion, gravity, and light have helped us understand the world better, and his legacy is still important today. And that wraps up another episode of Listen Up. I hope you enjoyed learning about my topic today and practicing your English. Remember, the exploration doesn't have to end here. If you have any lingering questions or want to continue the conversation, I've got some great opportunities for you. First off, I offer private lessons for those of you eager to expand your knowledge further, whether it's practicing today's subject or exploring other topics. I'm here to guide you on your English journey. Reach out to me through my website or social media platforms, and let's embark on a personalised learning experience together. I have been involved with training people for more than 10 years. I've been teaching English as a second language for over a year, in which time I have taught over 500 students, many of whom are regulars. But wait, there's more. If you're a devoted fan of Listen Up and want to show your support, consider joining our Patreon community. Your contribution directly helps us bring you more episodes and maintain the quality of our show. Your support truly means the world to me, and we couldn't continue this podcast without you. So whether you choose private lessons or Patreon, or both, I look forward to staying connected and exploring the fascinating realms of English as a second language together. Thank you once again for joining us on Listen Up. Until next time, keep practicing.